Okay, media conference, press conference with Charlie Gemma and Terrel Martin Garcia.
You know to say all of it.
I do.
Okay, guys, what I'm eager to know is, do you guys think you train often enough?
Which one does that apply to?
Both of you.
I try not to train on the weekends because I train like Monday to Friday. But yeah, I think I train enough. And I think I do train enough. I have, well, recently I have. Currently I'm injured, so my training has gone completely down halfway from operation first. After my operation, which is going to be on the 7th of March, I'm going to slowly start rehab, and it's going to take me about 6 months to fully restart training again.
Question at Terrel. As being a first year ACE athlete, was there a sense of you having to prove yourself on court as well as academically within this ACE class?
Not really, because as you said, I'm first year, I've got next year to do that. So I didn't really feel much pressure at all.
So Charlie, you being a second year, did you feel a sense of leadership that you had to take the first years under your wing almost and try and help them and show them the ropes of how the academy works? Or did you just really concentrate on your game?
I just have to basically do as much as you can in ASA. Whether that's, and ASA is all about being a professional athlete. A professional athlete includes being an inspiration to others. So in a way, I would try my best to be inspiration to others in the way of I do my work all the time. My attendance is always up to point. Always try to encourage other students to attend lessons, and so I can basically do my part as in to help them get to where they need to be an elite athlete.
Question for Charlie. Have you played basketball previously elsewhere? If yes, how does it differ from playing basketball here at the academy?
The only place I've played at was just school level, and that's like school/national level of that age. And it's changed because it's a lot more technical. You have to use not more your athletic ability, but more your technical skills, your tactical skills, and really not at all your athletic ability, as minimum as possible.
Do you think training at this level has improved your game majorly or not so much?
Majorly it has, because I've realized now only that I've gained this injury. The reason why I've been prone to injury, and that's because I have not been practicing on my technique, my basketball technique. That's why I'm always prone to injury.
How important are your studies to you?
My studies are really important to me. They come first place.
How do you balance it?
Second. I make sure that I get that done, my work first, before my basketball. So I'll make sure that before training, I'll make sure that I have this work, it's due in this date, and I know when I'm going to give it in before that, so I won't have any problems when it comes to training or game days.
Terrel?
For me, it's like they're almost equal, because I know without basketball I won't get to the next level. Without my education I won't get to the next level, so they're like on par with me, about the same.
Okay, so on that line, what are you studying and why?
GCSE maths. Next year I'm going to be studying English, so English and maths will go out the way, and then I'll hopefully get in science, so that's like 3 GCSEs. They'll bump up my NCAA eligibility.
What about you, Charlie?
I'm currently studying BTEC National Diploma Level 3 in sports and ASA. And in the future, I'm looking to have a career of being a physiotherapist.
Okay. So looking at performance this season, what do you stand out for and why?
I'd say my defense. I'd say my defense, and this is because I've been currently my coach told me that the only way we could be winning games and stopping the opposition team from scoring is by our defense, and I thought, wait, that's actually really important because it's the only way. Basketball is all about possession, and if you make the other team have less possession, you have a higher possibility to score.
So from this season, from the experience of this season, what do you think you need to work on as a baller?
My technical, my tactical skills and my technique, definitely, and that will, in the long run, reduce my injury prone.
Terrel, what do you think your role is within the team?
Basically a role player. Just come off the bench, play hard defense, and score buckets.
Who did you think your role players in the team, Charlie?
My role play is to be one of the leaders because I've been here since last year. I've been here since last year, so I need to, as the others, set the target, set the how high the grades need, how high performance needs to be, so they can carry on following in the same footsteps.
Question for both. What do you think your relationship with the coaches are? Individually, each coach, Coach Andrew and Coach Sam. How approachable do you think they are? And Coach Jeff.
Coach Jeff is I wouldn't say he's approachable at first, but once you get to know him, he has your best at heart. With Andrea, she's not really approachable, but she's her methods of getting to where you need to be are alright. I think we have a good relationship. And with Coach Sam, again, I don't really have a good relationship with him because his style of coaching is completely different to how I like to play basketball. So I think it's a bit iffy.
Knowing that his coaching style and your style of playing basketball differ, do you think that you as a player, part of the team, have to step up and try and compromise in to be a benefit to your team?
Yeah, I think I'd have to step up. But as he coaches and as I play, I think we'll always be different in the way we approach the game and how we see it.
How about you, Charlie?
Well, my relationship with all the coaches are the same. It's the standard coach player, and that's basically the coach tells you what to do and you do it, and there's always going to be some form of improvement. So our relation is basically basic, tell them what to do, because I know where I want to go, and I know the only way of getting there is by acknowledging what the coaches say and what they want me to do.
Are both of you up to date with your work, college-wise,
I'm
academically
I wouldn't
speaking?
say up to date, I would say close to the date. I'm not up to date yet. I have a few stuff left to do, and I'll be up to date.
How do you balance your college work and your basketball commitments? That's to both of you, by the way.
I would say work is mainly done at home, and basketball is for college, I would say. But when you actually get to college, it's basketball. When you go home, that's when you decide that's when you should be doing your work.
I have a different regime because after training, I'm going to be at home. I'm going to be completely tired, so I won't be able to do any kind of work. So I'll make sure I do my work before training. So work first, training after.
Having Sonia as our strength and conditioning coach, how do you think that benefits you?
That has helped me as regards to my fitness. When I has to do my fitness, because she helped me create my own training regime, my own training program, so I can actually improve on different little things, such as core work, flexibility, and fitness.
How about you, Terrel?
Having Sonia is like having someone to push you when you're down, or when you need something to work on. Like for me, it's my fitness, my agility. When you need something to work on, she'll tell you what to do, and then you go off, and then you come back, and then you'll see the improvements after a while.
Okay, as a general, as a boys team have been playing not well, how do you, as a team, get the motivation back to a high and believe you can win the next game?
I'll say it's before we go into the game, like the coach right there is important. And I'll say the talk before the game, that's what gets you motivated. And seeing my other teammates engaged in the talking as well, that's what gets you motivated to the next game.
Okay, Charlie, you being second year, how would you go into that game knowing that you're one of the leaders in the team, try and get the team motivated?
I'll make sure I do my part, offense and on defense, to always talk, communicate, and try and get everyone else who is on court to communicate. And if so, and there basically needs to be two coaches, one coach off court telling us what to do, and one coach on court, which should be one of the leaders or 2-3 of the leaders on the team that is currently playing. So we should all have a role in the team, as in to always make sure you're always talking at the back of the line, on defense, make sure you're always helping, to make sure you're always running the plays correctly and telling people where to go even though they mess up. So you're always on the clock.
As ACE athletes, you're expected to make every training session, but you're also human as well, and things do come up. How do you deal with the unexpected?
I think you have to plan ahead, because everybody knows you can't rely on like transport nowadays, because there'll be traffic this time and you won't be able to get there for that time. What you should do is give yourself like an extra time, say half an hour to get there, just in case there's traffic or there's an accident on the road.
Okay, so on the ASA, as ASA athletes, do you think your nutrition in general is good enough?
No, it's not good enough. Not yet. I'll say in the next year it should be at its peak, but not yet.
Can I ask, what do you find difficult about managing a diet? What's your stumbling blocks? Why is it a challenge? You're asking or saying that it's difficult to manage your diet and it's not where it should be. What do you eat?
I'll say it's because lack of knowledge. Like if I was to eat, like supposing chicken and chips, I would think it's chicken and chips, protein and carbohydrates, but I wouldn't see the stuff that goes into it, like all the different fats and stuff like that. That would affect my body in like different ways. So stuff like that I wouldn't really know about it. So it's like knowing what you eat basically.
Luckily for me, I went to a launch today last year and I got taught quite a lot of things about nutrition. One of the things I got taught was hydration, things to put in the body, and I always make sure now I carbo load before a game, before training, so I'm always eating some form of carbs, whether that's pasta or whether it's rice. I always have something as my packed lunch, and make sure that I do it. I make my own food the night before. With to do with hydration, I learned that 45 minutes before, if you drink like 50 mils of water, it hydrates the body. So when it fully hydrates the body. So when you're going to train, you won't need as much water, and water won't be you won't sweat as much.
When you know you've got game day, do you act differently to like a normal training day? Like for instance, do you pack your bag beforehand? Do you eat like the porridge to keep you going in the morning? Do you act any differently?
No, that's the same thing for me. I don't pay anything different. Like I eat the same thing in the morning as I do for training, but it's the coach right there where it's more mental. The coach right there is when I like get my game face on basically. So the preparation is all the same. It's just the coach right there is the game face on basically.
I mean, I just have to make sure I have my music, and my music helps stimulate either whether I'm going to be calm or really pumped up for the game.
Both coaches have different styles of coaching, and every athlete gets into a certain mindset before a game. Do you think that you have to change your type of mindset depending on who's coaching you?
No, not really. If it's a defensive coach, you would more like you would put your mind on defense. If it's an offensive coach, you would more likely put your mind on offense. But it depends who it is. I put my mind on both defense and offense.
most of the coaches are going to be there. So whether it's Coach Andrea, Coach Jeff, or Coach Sam, they're all going to be there. And during practice, you would learn that they all have different areas where they're strong at. And the best thing you can do during a game is to use all those 3 areas during the game. So one coach won't tell you you're lacking in this, you're lacking in that, because you have already included all those training techniques.
Due to Loco taking over the academy's training facilities, what has happened to your weekly routine?
It's changed a bit because I've got training now on Fridays. That would typically be my rest day, and I've got no training on Thursday, which should be my hard work day. So it's only changed slightly.
Do you think you're coping with it? Oh, sorry, Charlie.
Yeah, I'm coping with it quite well.
Charlie?
Training is alright.
It's pretty hard for me because I'm currently on crutches, and it takes pretty long for me to get there to the venue, and just moving from place to place has become really difficult.
So you're not, how do you feel coping wise?
Coping wise, I'm coping with it slowly, but it's slowly and progressively. I just got this injury, so I'm going to get better.
Where do you guys see yourself in 10 years, and what do you think it's going to take you to get there?
I see myself playing pro, whether it would be in the States or Europe. It will take hard work, obviously dedication, but overall I think it would be more mental than it would be physical. So it's just getting the mindset right and preparing yourself for when you actually do get there, maintaining yourself for how long you are there for.
I see myself as a physiotherapist, either working as my own private business or working inside a hospital.
What steps do you think are essential to take to get to your goals?
I think the steps you need to take, for me to be playing pro, I'd like to be going to go to an established college or university and be successful there for the time that I'm there, and just to get my mind ready for what actually comes next.
It's been a pleasure talking to you two.
Thank you.